Televidente na boa noite, bom menina, outra purba de Cucina. Bom semana para cada de vocês. Nós espera que a temporada de carnaval aqui está indo, hope bom para vocês também, mas nós estamos back na lo que nós sabemos. Esse é para apresentar dois pratos de de restaurante italiano mais famoso e recomendado aqui na Aruba, que é de senhor Thomas Avallone, melhor conhecido como Tom, que é proprietário de Avallone's Restaurant. Welcome, Tom, in the show.
Well, thank you. Welcome to my restaurant.
Thank you. How are you doing?
Good. I've never felt so hot before in my restaurant. It's normally hot in the kitchen, but it's hot here. I guess I'm nervous about cooking in front of all these people.
No, I'm sure that's not true, Tom. Here is the hottest place in Bubali.
I like the way that sounds. And it got even hotter when your show came pulling into the driveway.
Tom, we're gonna go, nós trabalhamos em cozinha aqui rato, caminha é chef e é mestre proprietário também trabalha preparar seu prato para a noite. We're gonna go later in the kitchen.
Okay.
But while I was here, Tom, I was looking into this magazine and I saw your picture in here.
Yeah, I'm a legend in my own mind, I guess, and a celebrity of some sorts. Not really.
Tell me.
What happens is it's the Italian Culinary Institute. Is part as and has a magazine called La Cucina Italiano, and one of the offsprings of that magazine is Italian Cooking and Living. And back in April of last year, they approached me and told me that there were so much requests for me to be for recipes for my restaurant, and they asked if I would be interested in being part of the holiday edition. So I said, sure. What do I have to do, and how much do I have to pay? They said, no, you don't have to pay anything. Just send us some of your recipes, 2 of your favorites, and what we'll do is we'll write a little story about you. So I got very
nice.
impressed when they approached me, and I was actually in New York City when they had called because they were doing the testing, and they were so impressed with it, and I happened to actually be around the corner.
So that's how we got this magazine here. Can we get it here on the island?
I don't know. I haven't seen it anywhere on the island as of yet. I've asked for it at a few places, but it's not around. And I'm going to try to find out if some of the, like the DeWitt stores or places like that will carry it or do carry it. But it's, I've mentioned a lot about Aruba, and it does say the article is basically all in Aruba because that's where the restaurant is.
Yes, we feel very proud you being in this magazine, and I'm sure you're doing a very, very good promotion for the island.
Gotta love it.
There. So I think it's time, Tom. We have to go in the kitchen.
All right, let's go into the kitchen. I'll fire up the stoves, pick the basil out of the garden, slice up the tomatoes, and we'll start cooking.
Let's go. Vamos seguir-nos. Nós vamos em cozinha, kami na inang presentasyon de plato na tatumaluka. Y por fin me puedo atender de cocina de Tom. Finally, Tom, in your kitchen.
It's been a long time coming.
Really, really. Tell our viewers tonight, what's the first dish?
Okay, tonight we're going to start off with an appetizer that is loved and well received by all of the local people here in Aruba, taxi cabs, ministers, and just local people in general. And it's called the Supa di Pesce. What it is, it's a mixture of a blend of seafood items that start with mussels, clams, jumbo shrimp, calamari, and fish, which are lightly cubed, put into a broth of its own mixture, where I take hot boiling water, add it to garlic and oil, it's sauteed, a splash of white wine, finish it off with some homemade pomodoro sauce, and it's simply delightful.
Wow, Tom. And by the way, Tom speaks perfect Papiamento, but he's going to do it in English tonight, so así na los televidentes na por seguir su preparación, right, Tom?
Thank you. After 16 years of being in Aruba, yes, I do know all the Papiamento I need, but I feel more comfortable with Aruba speaking English.
But just give them a piece of what you do.
A piece of bota, mustro hopi bon dushi.
Wow, thank you, Tom. Thank you. Nós vai mesora para preparação de esope com a pizza.
What we do is we take some fresh tomatoes, which we get over here, we bring them on over. What we're going to do is start the process with the tomatoes to make our sauce. We drop them in boiling water just for a few moments in time, and what it does is it takes the meat of the tomato and the flesh, and it removes it and pulls it away from the skin, which gives us an opportunity then to peel it and then start on our pomodoro sauce. While that's boiling in there for just a few moments of time, we get a bucket of ice together, where we put the ice water, and from there we take the tomatoes, put them into the cold water, so that we can remove the skins very easily. Okay, as the water boils rapidly in here, tomatoes are starting to take a little bit of the skin is ready to come off. We're going to take some shrimp. We've already been cleaned and deveined. We're going to take mussels. We check to make sure that there's no foreign particles in the mussels. We're going to take ourselves some clams, some baby whole clams. We're going to take ourselves some calamari, which has already been cleaned and cut in the calamari rings. We're going to do also then is we're going to take some of our red snapper that we have, and we're going to use this as our our fish for the day. We take some of it, removing it from the skin. And what we do is we slice this into a little bit of cubes, and we add this to our mixture. Okay, and as you can see, already it's starting to take shape, but the tomato is starting to pull back the flesh of the skin. So another few seconds, all these tomatoes are boiling. We'll be ready to go. Okay. What we're going to do now is the tomatoes are looking like they're ready. What I do is I have a pitcher here of ice cold water. We're going to take our tomatoes, where the skin is already partly come away. We drop them into our ice cold mixture. Basic ingredients in Italian cuisine are really simple. What it is, it's a fresh tomatoes, which you peel the skin back to make your pomodoro sauce. Then you take garlic, freshly peeled garlic, add some extra virgin olive oil, and then you go out into your garden and you pick fresh basilic or basil. And that's the basis for any kind of Italian menu. Okay, as we take the rest of these tomatoes out now, and we put them into the ice bath. Now what the ice bath does, the ice bath is now going to make it extremely easy for us to take the skins. And as we take the skins, you'll see how easy the tomato is peeled apart. The fleshy part comes away from the skin. And this is where we start with our sauce. I used to stay in the kitchen at my grandmother's house. She would pick the tomatoes from her backyard and then sit in the kitchen and make tomato sauce for the whole family. Peel the tomatoes like this. This is the pomodoro. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to take out the meaty part here. Okay. Or if you'd like to do it this way, it makes it easier for you. And we take out the meaty part here. Okay, now this is what's going to be the basis for our sauce. Okay, we're going to put this into julienne slices. What we do is we take it with pomodoro. What we'll do is we'll take a pan, put a pan on the fire, and at the same time I'm going to start the makings of our soupe di pesce. We've already put the ingredients together for the soupe di pesce, which was the mussels, the clams, the jumbo shrimp, and the galamati, which we already mixed them up. We take a little bit of the clam juice, add a little bit more flavor to it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take, for our pomodoro sauce, we're going to take some freshly peeled garlic, which we've already done, placed it in oil, add a little bit to our pan. What's some extra virgin olive oil? We put this back onto the flame. We're going to start off on our soupe di pesce. We're going to take another hot pan, add some extra virgin olive oil to this. And then we'll also add some freshly peeled garlic. Wait till it starts to take its shape. These will start to both warm up. When the garlic becomes to a golden brown is when it's ready, and that's when we're going to start putting in the main ingredients in both of our pomodoro sauce and in our soupe di pesce. It's going to get a little hot in the kitchen because after we flare up, we're going to take the ingredients for the soupe di pesce, add it to the hot boiling oil mixture with the garlic, and then drizzle over it a little bit of some famous white wine. Some very nice wines on the islands. And here I normally use either a Luna de Luna, which is a mixture of Pinot Grigio and Chardonnay, which is really nice. And sometimes I just use a regular Pinot Grigio San Angelo from Banffy. Being that I know both of the Marianis from Banffy Wines, Harry and John Mariani are good friends of mine. So I kind of favor their wines a lot in all of the cooking that I do. Mixture, take the ingredients. You hear the sizzling. Just stand back a little bit because it starts to flare up. A little bit of our wine. Then what we do is we're going to take a little salt. We're going to take ourselves a little pepper.